Alright. I know we've made this trek several times before, but we're gonna do it one more time. We're gonna have to go to the power station. We're gonna go to the Sunless City, climb all the way down, wait for the cactus sand part, make our way to the high energy lab. And maybe that will power it. That's like my best guess. Alright, where is the... on the other side, I think. Yeah, it's right there. Fuck. I'm panicking again, because I hate these controls. Ah! I'm almost at the end of the game, still hate these controls. Alrighty. Ow. Oh. Okay. Alright, let's make this quick. Speedrun strat. Oh yeah, I wanted to look at these sides here because we know that before in the Dark Bramble we had another escape pod that I thought like only a few people came out just to like test the waters before they let everyone out, but I think as we saw before there, all the canisters were like closed, so it wasn't related. I think there weren't that many survivors to begin with. Sand. Because like, who says that each escape pod had to be at full capacity? It's possible that it's like Titanic, where people are just panicking to get out. Feel? Alright, I think we're there, right? Yeah. Alright. Not what we care about, right? Okay. Let's go. Going to be a fun waiting section at the Cactus Sand interval. Yep, here we are. Set up shop, have some light, set up a blanket, have a nice picnic. So my thought process is maybe because the core, what's it called? Core of the Ash Twin. It's a special teleporter, so maybe it needs to be powered, and it's not like being powered. So, turning that on and then going to that teleporter. But again, like, that feels like it's a lot of steps, and the maneuverability, like I mentioned this in the last part, where I don't think the game devs would actually make something so precise or like that convoluted where you have to go there and there and there without explicitly giving it to like the player. They would tell you like through the logs, through the scrolls or whatever, that these are the exact steps. And because I mean I feel like I've been sprawling through this place for all the Know My text as much as possible, and well, Yeah, it didn't mention anything about needing to power anything to teleport outside of, like, what's it called? Increasing the power for the white hole, the time discrepancy coefficient thingamajig, when back in time after you teleport. Except for that, okay, we gotta go. God, I hate this. Except for that, they didn't really mention anything outside, so I think it's already powered. Don't know why it didn't work if the other one did. I also was a little curious, but I'm just gonna guess it's cut off. Don't know if you can ever be on that side. I was thinking if I could, like, perfectly get in there, but thank you. Alright, that's only a little bit annoying. Yeah, so this is the thing I was talking about. We can launch our scout in here, but it's like what's the point? So part of me was thinking, like, I should reread the scrolls, because I mean, I read them before, but maybe just skim them too fast. Alright, Pi. Records show Nomite arriving at the warp receiver on Brilhalla very slightly before departing from the Whitehall station. Okay. Remy and I are devising an experiment to test if this is a real phenomenon or simple machine error. In theory, what we want to try and reproduce is a negative amount of time elapsing between entering the black hole and exiting the white hole at its destination. Initial things first. Our experiment setup will first pair a small black hole core with a small white hole core. Excuse me, to the setup to mimic the setup of the white hole station. While this, it is possible for an object to exit a white hole before entering the corresponding black hole. Okay, so we already know this. They're setting up this experiment. And update our experiment here reproduce the anomaly in arrival and departure time, but Pi is convinced it's more than an equipment error. I hope to strengthen the efforts to render it visible to the unaided eye. To that end, we decided to try and add more energy. I imagine a sunless city's energy supply should prove sufficient. Of note, Rami, Yarrow requests that we let him know before we route the energy to the experiment. All available energy has been routed from the city to our experiment. Remy and I are about to run a new test. Hypothesis confirmed. Hypothesis confirmed. I saw it. Pi saw it. Hypothesis confirmed. This is beyond extraordinary. This changes everything. What a beautiful day for the intersection of abstract theory and practical application. So they talk about doing this experiment, but, like, I don't know. Where did they do it? 'Cause I didn't. I'm assuming it's related to that's like this thing, but, like, I don't see any black holes. And we powered it before. Like, I'm gonna power it now. I don't see any black holes. There's there's nothing. So I don't know what's going on. I feel like we're missing, like, a piece or something that, like, spawn the black holes, because otherwise, or is the game bugged? Like, it doesn't spawn it? Southern Observatory is asking if creating a 22-minute interval is possible. That is, to have something around 22 minutes before it's actually sent to warp. So this is what I was talking about, my theory about, or not theory, I'm guessing it's more or less confirmed, about Southern Observatory, which is it on Giant Steep? Or is that on Brittle Hollows? Like, they were doing some experimentations or whatever, and they probably calculated 20 minutes is how much they need for their probes to get to a significant location to find if their universe, the eye of the universe, is in that area. So they travel back in time. Every time after they launch the probe, they travel back in time and to find it. And that's been going on for who knows how many times. But the location was found, and that's what was in Giant Steep's core, was the coordinates with the answer. And what happened was when it exploded, it, like, ricocheted coincidentally, I mean it's a video game, it ricocheted the most important part into the center of Giant's Deep, and that was originally from the I almost said photon cannon. It's not StarCraft. The gravity cannon. So yeah, 22 minutes is what they wanted, and that's what we see at the beginning, and it makes sense why we see it explode in the beginning every time. It's because time is of the essence. After you launch, you want to immediately start, or at the beginning of every loop, you want to immediately launch it, just because, you know, even seconds. They mentioned how it's an exponential growth in terms of how much energy is consumed. So every millisecond counts, because every millisecond is just more and more energy. And yes, supernovas are obviously very powerful things. As you see, it obliterates like the entire solar system, but obviously there's no exact number. But if it's exponential, it can get to a crazy point where even supernovas aren't like enough power. So yeah, but we don't know the exact equation, so we can't calculate that kind of stuff. And also, I don't even know if we can calculate the actual like power of a supernova. Also, another question is, how do they collect the supernova energy? Like, that was another thing I was wondering about. But yeah. Alright, we've learned the negative interval of the time being departed and arrival can be increased by adding more energy to the warp core. Problematically, the energy required to extend the interval increases adding... Yep, it's literally here. I didn't even realize it talks about the exponential rate increase. Hypothesis creating a 22-minute long interval is possible, but we are currently unable to generate the necessary energy. Yes. And as the sun station energy is currently unavailable, you say you're a gas pie. My pun was unintended, so I believe it's you who's error form. There's a pun here? Creating a 22-minute interval is possible, but we can currently unable to generate the necessary energy. Oh, currently. I didn't even realize it's italicized. Har. Remy and I believe it would be necessary to invent a new method of producing energy. Come on. Thrilling but enormous undertaking. We would also require advanced warp technology able to handle such energy. We'd also likely need an enormous space to fit these proposed new energy and warp technologies together. The only location large enough would be the Ash Twin. So that's the core. Then don't need this. The Ash Twin project will be one of our biggest undertakings metaphorically and physically. To build it, we need a way to travel quickly between Ash Twin and each location that holds crucial project materials. Okay, that's where all the teleporters come in. What if we use warp towers like the one we have on White Hill Station? Connect Ash Twin directly to each critical location. Poke, Root, and I can begin work on this immediately like the Black Hole Forge. This will keep us busy. Oh no, each tower on Ash Twin will warp to a different planet. My gratitude to those who consider who noted my impressive language. Yes, the sun is not a planet. I believe this has been sufficiently clarified. Blah blah blah. Use each tower to visually reflect its warp. Okay, creativity, whatever. My Giant's Deep Tower, the Giant Deep Tower, for instance, will cyclone, and we can model to Mars. Geyser Mountain. Yeah. So we already know though this, and it's like, I don't understand. It's the exit. No, it's the design. I was like, why is the glass warped? So. Still, I get it. What's that sound? Oh, it's the sand. So like, you see it's like going in here. The energy is powered. So I don't know why it's not working. No. Maybe it has to be closed, like it's a safety? Oh, are these the... Oh my god. Okay. I'm dropping frames. I'm guessing we put it here. White one, right? These look like ornaments on a, like decorations on a wall. I mean, yes, okay, I realize that. I'm assuming all the warps have something similar, but like, they're so easily. Are you kidding me? Maybe put like text here. Maybe. Wait, what happens when I take a picture? Weird. These are empty warp cores? Oh, I think this one's just broken. Right. So, are these the cores that what's it called? The vessel needs? Because I remember the other one, the vessel one's looking a lot bigger. That was when you put like 2 black holes. Nothing. 2 white holes? Is it just incompatible? Yeah, it looks like it's just incompatible. So it looks like it always takes pictures of the one at the end there. These are broken. Ooh, I like that sound design. Oh. Okay, so this is what they're talking about. This is the experiment. It's add power and then it's delayed severely. Can they collide? How would it... If they... Is it possible they collide? Right? Not impossible, for sure. Actually, it wouldn't make sense because if they collided, they wouldn't. It wouldn't go through the black hole, so nothing would come out the white hole. That's not possible. What if I close the shutter? What's the point of closing the shutter? What's the point of the shutter? It's so weird. All right. Let's go back to our ship. Now that it's powered, let's see if the Ash Twin project, that teleporter works now. Where's my ship? Oh, let's run into a cactus. Wait, what? Oh, that's my scout. My ship's on the other side of this planet. Okay. Should be no problem. Get good momentum. Land on... This is Chert, right? Chert? Ow. Some nice momentum. Awesome. We're almost out of time too. Ah. Where is this? Huh. So like, this one works because it has a ceiling, right? So it blocks out like the sand from pulling you up, and this one doesn't. Or actually it does. It has a ceiling on this side. Wait, no. That's just a wall, never mind. Oh jeez. Wait, maybe when it's like... Maybe I jump in. Like I time it? Come on. Because then I can't be sucked up. Yeah, like in the beginning. Oh my god, it worked. Oh, what the fuck? Oh my, this is so trippy. Oh, there goes my ship. See data from previous cycle. We're tracking module giant deep memory statue, timber heart statue. 4 minutes until end of cycle transmission. Is this update? Okay, so this is where we were looking at before, right? Oh, the statue is like not installed. This is where we were looking before. Teleporter. Oh my god, there's so much wall text. Today we finished the excavation of Ash Twin. Here, in this space Picard, we will craft our most ambitious project at the Ash Twin Project, powerful enough to send information back in time. Yep. We also finished relocating all subterranean plants we met while digging. We'll need to keep our eyes on how significantly we've altered the environment here. How far we've come since our experiments at the Hunter Energy Lab. I still can hardly believe Remy's hypothesis was true. Yarrow Poke just sent the warp core for the final tower to use from the Black Hole Forge now. Ash Twin can be connected with the Giant Steep, where Cassava is working with Evans to craft the orbital probe cannon, and where Phlox is sculpting with the memory statues. It was not by accident the core of our warp tower was the last to be forged. The core should have been forged faster if Cassava had entered my work less frequently to ask for updates. The important point is we are all connected through Ash Twin now, and also that I'm no longer needed for mediating your disagreements. Our friends on Giant Steep tested the orbital probe cannon today. Malo tells me the cannon is doing well and that Evans advocates for more launch power. If anything can coax the maximum power from a device, Evans can. But then if anyone can goad a device into exploding, that too, it is likely Evans. Okay, that's what happens. Perhaps I should check in the orbital probe cannon crew in the interest of safety. but it helped to remind Evans that Malo, his love, will be one of the Nomai aboard the cannon, or is Malo part of the problem? Spooky. Blocks and Daz finished the memory statues today, and they are truly remarkable. When the Ash Twin project succeeds, or in the event it fails, the memory statues will activate, allowing us to gather some more data before we shut down the project. Oh, so it's like a big Control Z in case you fuck up. Fine, Idea, I've worked hard on the sun station, and yeah, at last it's complete. If everything goes as planned, the structure will prompt the sun's explosion, which will in turn supply the power the Ash Twin requires. I'm impressed by their mental fortitude. This was the project's most difficult task in more ways than one. We're nearly ready to activate the Ash Twin project. Here's what will happen. First, the sun station will receive the order to fire at the sun, prompting it to explode. Using the energy from the resulting supernova, the Ash Twin project will send the order from the orbital probe cannon to fire back in time by 22 minutes. Okay. Using the energy from the resulting supernova, the Ash Twin project will send orders. Okay, to fire. 22 minutes. Exactly 20 minutes after these orders are received, the sun station will again trigger the supernova to send the probe data from this cannon launch back in time. After these orders are received, the sun station will again trigger the supernova to send the probe data from this cannon. Okay. In total, each cycle created by Ash Twin will last precisely 22 minutes. We can end the cycle at will. We can? We can end it? These words are difficult to write. The sun station did not work. Suppose we redesign the sun station to generate power of that magnitude. A supernova is still our only viable option. I believe we can still find a way to create a supernova, friend. Don't lose hope. This is easier expressed than accomplished. You can wait for the sun to explode on its natural timeline if you prefer Idea, but you'll need to find some way to halt our aging process. However, this is the closest we have ever been. The Ash Twin project is directly sound. We were only able to power it. Perhaps there is another way. Unable to power it. We are halting our research into creating a supernova for this moment. A comet has newly arrived in the solar system, and we're anxious to explore it. It's been a very long time since we last explored something new, so we're excited to welcome this comet. Imagine what knowledge might be gained. Oh my god, there's so much to read. Good news, Gerald. The advanced warp core is ready to be installed in the central chamber of Ash Twin. I'm intrigued, Love. Everyone has worked here working on Ash Twin projects. Excited to see it. Pi is outside. Help herself with joy. No, it isn't. Is everything well at the forge? Don't worry, Love. Poke is only nervous. The core is extraordinary, and her design work is beautifully clever. The core's durability could still be improved. I need more time. My gratitude for the latest shipment. Oh, I know this ore should be the last we'll need for the Ash Twin project. Once we finish the shell that seals off the central chamber, we'll check to ensure there are no longer any physical entrances. Reme and I will be checking the interior and then the exterior for cracks, our final safety check. This is any news. Can I offer an extra set of eyes for this final check, specifically mine? If my work here is complete, I'd be delighted to help. I'd be grateful if you would. The more eyes, the better, as the smallest flower opening in the shell that protects the Ash Twin could lead to disaster. Bro. Giant steep. I've installed the mask inside Ash Twin project blocks. They look beautiful, although I do feel as though I'm being observed. It's comforting to know the statues will not. Oh, we read this for sure before. Will not pair until the project succeeds. Otherwise, I imagine the experience will be hard to endure. Pair until the project succeeds. Ideally, they'll only need to activate once. The project succeeds as a safety measure. However, the statue will also activate in the event of equipment failure. Well, why is that? If anything goes wrong with the Ash Twin project, the statues and their masks will make us aware of the situation and enable us to fix it. Yep. Otherwise, it would be possible for us to remain permanently unaware of the problem. I hadn't thought of that. What a profoundly horrific fate that would be. Yes, yes, yes. That's why we can remember shit. What is this? Artificial gravity control? I probably want to leave that on, right? What does this do? Oh my god, this is the biggest ball of them all. What is that? Oh, that's exactly what the warp core looks like. That's the warp core. You know, you take like a little peek. I'm guessing you turn off gravity to pick it up. Oh god, we're supernovaing. Let's do this quickly. Is this anything that we just don't know? These should be the mines? Yeah, we already know this. Oh, this is the wrong way. Okay, I was right. Censure did have the core. It's just didn't know how to get to the core. Giant Steve. This should be all stuff that we know already. Alright, here we go. We were here before. Last one, last one, last one. Oh, this is the gravity forge. Yep, we've been here. Wait, so if this warp tower is... Everything works because of this, right? So if we remove this, it'll stop going back in time. Holy shit, this is awesome. It's being powered. Powered, 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 powered. And then it warps, like... Wait... Wait. So, the only way... The only way for that to work, or to have the extra the 22-minute time loop back, is if you warp. So that means you warp. What are you warping? The solar system? You warp the solar system. Somewhere else? Where are we warping to? You warp the solar system to somewhere else. That's how you get the extra 22 minutes. That's the only way for that to work. And then if we remove the warp core, it stops powering it so that it doesn't go back in time anymore. So that means we also don't warp away. So if I remove that core and then die, it's game over. You can't go back in time anymore. Nothing's powered. But we also need that warp core for the ship, right? The vessel? Holy shit. Okay. I didn't realize, like, the gravity, no pun intended, of the situation. We have one shot to do this. You remove that core, it's game over if you die. I guess the next part, it will be do or die. I'll see you guys there.